Germany starts off with either this set of books or a different publishing house, but they're all doing the same thing. And when I went up North Georgia, IMS Gear, they've adapted this, they bought the books, but they're 18 and 19-year-olds that have finished high school because they didn't start the way we've started. And now they're going to go back and rethink that because they're working in other counties like you on this same thing. So that was project 1. You guys have project 2, or did that get destroyed somehow?
Right here.
Okay.
First scribing, basically, just scribing. Give us the radius, and we times that by 2, get to diameter.
And you were taking geometry at the time.
Yep.
So what's the purpose of that?
To teach us the proper way to scribe. Because there is a lot to it. There's a lot to filing. The correct way to hold it, the correct stance to stand. I mean, there's a bunch more than I actually knew. I mean, I've done work like this before this program. That's kind of why I got in the program. But then, I didn't know there was so much to everything there is.
Okay. Do you guys have project 3 still?
Yes.
Okay.
It was a little more complex, more angles, and.
Okay. Now project 4, Josiah, show them project 4.
No. This was an easy one. So we had to cut this. It was much bigger, like it was big.
So it started bigger.
You had to cut this off, and then you had to make sure it's filed fine and deburred and all that. And then you had to chisel two grooves.
The channels
like
out. By hand, chisel.
And then you had to cut that off the next project afterwards. It was like, why'd you do that?
What do you cut it?
A hacksaw. This is they're teaching these guys and gals fundamentals of tools and how they work, etc.
And I promise we will all respect hand tools a lot more.
Okay. And then, so you went through that project and this project, and then the U channel got chopped up some more. Then the U channel got chopped up some more. And what was exercise
that
8
was,
fitting?
You had to take a whole millimeter off one side with a file.
I mean, what we were hearing, Stephen was like, people were calling him, well, where's the metal for this project? You've already got it. What do you mean? Well, you got to take it down. So it's, now, that looks pretty flat, doesn't it? That was done by these guys with a file. Okay?
That's actually
All of these projects are done with hacksaws and files.
This is the same piece in the later projects.
Okay.
I've been working.
You're a little further ahead.
Say, when did you do that, Floyd?
Drill press. I would drill out the holes, and then I would get a file and file it smooth.
Okay. Once we could buy a manual hand drill, but it's a basic drill press, especially now that they're 16 and they've got Roger to watch them. So you got to have the mentor. So Stephen and Roger are the 2 mentors. They've both been to that training. There's more to do, but they can work on stuff as long as there's someone who is a supervisor in close proximity. And Roger can be doing his stuff while he listens to these guys moan and ground and pound and file and so on. Or oversee them, because it doesn't take that long to drill a few holes and out of his time.
How much time is it taking out of your work week? How much time do you have to?
The preparation lately is a little bit more time consuming, and because the program is new, and I look for pneumatic is the next parts, and the machining later on, the turning and the milling, the lathe, but maybe 1 or 2 hours lately.
1 or 2 hours every day?
No, a week?
A week, yeah.
Okay, not every day.
A week is a little bit more than it was in the beginning, but
here's the reality: we're learning from the beginning how to do this, and Stephen is doing most of the work for the other company because he understands.
Prepares,
So these guys are trolling away over here with their file. You got some machine that goes down. You gotta go take care of that. Do they have to put their files aside and wait for you to come back? Or?
No. They work their own projects. They are
Because
all.
Roger's in here.
And Roger is here. He's the
I'm
machinist.
basically just here if they have a question on anything or to check their parts. But basically, they're on their own.
But if there was either one of you, like you got the vacation day, you got an emergency, you
If
have to
you're
stop.
only using a file, there's no problem with that, or a hacksaw. If they're using anything with power, like a drill press or something like that,
Then they can do it.
And they had safety training, they are OSHA
OSHA,
certified
yeah,
and things that
First
they
week.
had.
I don't have my wallet, so. We actually, before we did anything, any projects, we actually sat down for like the first month doing, going through everything. You know, that's how we learned the proper way to file and whatnot. And then
10-hour.
we went 10-hour OSHA.
So what's the penalty if he's on vacation, you got an emergency, you use a power tool?
Yeah, well, it's okay because the OSHA rules require what they call direct and close supervision, but they use the word journeyman. Any trained person can provide that supervision. The unique thing about the mentors is they have to be responsible to understand the program. They're leading the students through the curriculum and making sure that everything is working together to get them prepared for a test one day, a midterm or a final. But just to oversee and provide that, that required supervision when they're being exposed to hazards they would otherwise not be able to do under 18. That's when the supervisor has to be present. It doesn't necessarily have to be a mentor. It just has to be somebody who's qualified and trained.
We've actually had OSHA come by, and did you guys meet them?
I did.
Okay, Cole did, and they saw what we were doing. They didn't seem to have any problem. And if these two guys are out, then Joel in the next room could be here if they're doing anything with the power equipment. He's our machinist. He would be more involved in that anyway. But they could be in here by themselves with a file. It's really hard to hurt yourself badly with a file, and so on. So, what's this project?
It's this one here.
Okay.
It was originally a little bigger. It was just a square, and we had to come in, scribe. We used the veneer height gauge, and we scribe it out, and we cut it, grooves.
What's your tolerance?
I think this one was 1/10 of a millimeter, so pretty close.
So they use vernier calipers. They're not using the digital stuff. They have to learn to read the older fashioned gauges. Everything starts with basics. It's so easy to jump right into a mill or lathe and not understand why and what it took to do those things. All right, where's the round steel thing, exercise 10? Okay, you're going to use that eventually. Oh, you already,
I think this is, no, it's not this one. These right here, these smaller ones.
okay. So that, and then this was a 20-hour project, which was this whole base thing, and that's where you had to use the drill press and do some chamfering, counterbores,
countersinks,
tapping, and so on. And that's, I guess, like a tea kettle holder,
tea warmer.
tea warmer. You used it for that. Nice paperweight. All right, then you had, show me this project. That was fun. So why they had to put grooves in the bottom of it, no one really knows, but they had to. And then, so you make this bottom piece, that was 13 hours. Then that original U section was that piece.
And like
Remember, it used to look like, now it's down to this. And I mean, take a look at this though. I mean, look at the edges. Where's yours? So this is all by hand.
Is this cold rolled steel?
Yeah. Just,
And you put the chamfer in with a file?
Yes.
and eventually that's the finished project, which is
How many files have you wore out?
if you use your file properly, you don't wear them out, do you?
You're right.
And then, so that was the pencil holder, and now you're making a center square. So is that one finished for you?
Yeah, this one's finished, and Josiah actually just put his together. He finished his.
Okay, so that's what,
Last night.
okay, so you did, because this morning when I looked at it, it wasn't, it's all blue still, and, okay, you were finishing out the tapping and everything. So you did all that. So you're finished with exercise 17, and you're about to start on 18, and you're on 18 now.
I was working on it here. Working on it. put chamfers on the side, and it was originally this, and then we had to square it off. I'm still working on it, and I went to the next project, because the next project, what we do is well, the next project we cut this out, then the next project after that we actually put a square in, and what this piece will do is go in that square, and so I didn't want to take too much off, and so I was going to do the square and then fit it, and then change it to there. But that's this project.
Okay, so you've done
I'm on
most
19
of
and
18, and now you're on 19, and you're just about to start 18. Problem is, some of the other guys are on what project?
6, 7.
And that's why it's really important to be able to get to the company and have time. So the guys at Yamaha are really at a disadvantage at this point. How about the rest of them? Is anybody close to where you guys are? How about Levi?
Levi, he is on. Yes, he's starting his.
So the objective is for you guys to finish this by the end of this semester, which gets you all the way up through Project 26.